Sure, there are no insults going back and forth. We check everything.
Besides Fire Island, there are 5 other maximum security prisons in Russia. In these institutions, almost 2,000 men are serving life sentences. Maximum security prisons are very different from the widespread prison camps. This one lies about 1,000 kilometers southeast of Fire Island in the town of Yavas, in the Republic of Mordovia.
We are now entering a camp where only former state officials are detained.
Prison Commander Shaliev takes us through the prison camp.
Open the doors.
The criminals in prison camps are slightly less dangerous than those in maximum security prisons. Freedom of movement is significantly greater, and the men live in so-called barracks rather than cells. Some have also committed serious crimes, however. Former police officer Viktor Saliev is here for double murder. He was a member of a mafia clan and was sentenced to 17 years imprisonment.
What exactly did you do?
I didn't kill ordinary people. They were members of a rival gang.
What did you do to them?
Shot them. I shot them.
All in all, there are about 650,000 men incarcerated in Russia's prison camps. Morning roll call. This is done several times a day by the camp authorities to make sure all prisoners are still present. In contrast to maximum security prisons like Fire Island, attempts to escape are not uncommon here.
Some dig tunnels. Others try to ram their way out using camp vehicles. There are countless stories.
The daily routine is strictly regulated. Breakfast, work, lunch, back to work, evening meal, free time, bedtime. The days in the camps are very similar to those in the maximum security prisons. The food hut. Prisoners cook and bake for prisoners. In most Russian prison camps, there's a kind of caste system. The topmost caste is made up of the crime bosses. In the second caste are the common criminals, like Saliev. Both groups avoid the lowest caste, prison informers and homosexuals.
Is there a caste system here too?
A hierarchy? Let me just finish eating before I answer. No, there's no caste system here.
Everyone's equal? You can all sit where you want to?
Sure, wherever you want to.
Whether this answer is true is difficult to say. Western camera crews don't have enough time in the prisons to find out what the inmates really think.
This is what we call the industrial area. Here there's a sewing shop and a pasta factory. We also grow our own vegetables.
Who do you sell to?
We keep the food here. The textiles go to clients, private companies.
Pasta production in the Yavas prison camp. Here, too, There are parallels to the maximum security prisons. Work is the reward for good behavior. Those behaving badly are condemned to just sitting around.
I like working. It makes the time go by faster.
What else is the work good for?
Working means good behavior. Good behavior can mean parole.
Early release is definitely a realistic possibility in prison camps. In maximum security prisons, that's not yet the case due to the high risk for the population. When the shift's over, they return to their barracks. The prisoners are not allowed to take any pointed objects out with them. Only those who submit unconditionally can have any hope of being released early from this hellish place. Back to Fire Island on Lake Novozero in northern Russia. There are a few inmates who are not serving life sentences. Drug dealers, thieves, protection racketeers. Their job is to provide for the lifers.
We have our own bakery. This is where we bake bread for the inmates and for sale as well.
The camera lens steams up due to the great difference in temperature. Outside, minus 17 degrees. In here, it's around 20. Rather less dangerous inmates do the baking and cooking for their extremely dangerous comrades.
This is our kitchen, where the food for the lifers is prepared.
Здесь непосредственно находится сварочный цех, где приготовили пищу для самих осужденных. Нет.
Let me have a look. Hi.
Soup, tuna salad, meat. Because a Western camera crew is here today, it's difficult to say whether the lifers are getting some kind of special feast from their fellow inmates. In Russian prisons, inmates are used for all kinds of work in order to save personnel costs.
Cooks, bakers, heating fitters, electricians, welders. The list of the jobs the inmates do is long. We have 53 prisoners here who keep this high-security prison running on a day-to-day basis.
But the prisoners are, of course, not allowed to work in any security-relevant areas. Those serving life sentences have their food brought to their cells 3 times a day. Bringing them all together in one dining hall is out of the question. It would be too dangerous. Many of those imprisoned on Fire Island don't believe they will ever be out on parole after 25 years, so they have nothing to lose. They could attack guards or fellow inmates or try to take hostages to exchange for their freedom. Some of the men are not satisfied with the size of the portions.
Give me some more meat.
What's wrong?
I want some more meat.
Just take your plate. Do I have to tell you again?
I don't want any more pasta.
What?
No more pasta.
Либо жаловаться. Потому что многие пишут на своем...
Some lifers like to write letters to the state prosecution service complaining that they are being badly treated or not being given their toiletries. It's all lies.
Внимание. Скажем так. Любят.
They're bored and they want a bit of attention.
Все нормально, все адекватно.
But most of them don't want to get involved in all this nonsense with complaints.
Human rights organizations from the West and in Russia see this matter differently. According to Human Rights Watch and Memorial, the Russian prison system is arbitrary and violent. The camera crew have seen no evidence of such conditions. However, only hand-picked inmates like Levanov are allowed to speak in the presence of Western journalists. Not a single word of criticism comes out of his mouth. The sex offender and killer knows all too well that his slim hopes of parole would otherwise be completely compromised.
У вас какая-то надежда на что-то?
What do you think about most?
Да, есть. Освободиться после...
About early release.
What's the earliest you could get out of here?
Через 25...
Parole after 25 years.
What does that depend on most?
Если буду себя хорошо вести...
Good behavior.
Наказание.
Были такие инциденты, что
But this 25-year thing has never happened yet, has it?
спустя 25 лет?
Если честно...
I don't know, honestly.
So you've still got hope?
Надежда есть.
Yes, I still have hope.
Back in the cell. Come here.
Prisoner Levanov.
Total submission, no answering back, and don't do anything wrong. From his own experience, Yuri Levanov knows the rules of the game that can get him paroled. In his first prison term for child abuse, the good behavior strategy had worked. But there is one decisive difference between then and now. At that time, Levanov was in a normal prison camp. Now, after having committed a particularly brutal murder, he's serving a sentence of life imprisonment on the island of the damned.